Welcome everyone. Join the ball. I am coming to you live from Fort Myers, Florida this evening. Let me give this a minute and get the rest of my stuff loaded in. I greatly appreciate it. And let's see what we got to do here. I need to, well, where is my thing? Hold on. There's the name. Oh, I need to put in my chat. All right, welcome everyone. Let me open up the chat so we can get ready and have conversation. And I think we are good. Give that a minute. It should load. Here we go. All right, it is 6:56. We will be starting here in about 5 or 6 minutes. So come on in, bring your drink, water, whatever it is. I know, mighty chilly. I'm not showing my face today because I didn't put any makeup on. I've been busy. So trying to do this the old fashioned way. You're just gonna see me home. I know it is cold. And I tell you what, walking that little doggy though, she is a firecracker. She loves to get out and walk fast, let me tell you. So anyways, yeah, it's cold. I got up this morning and it was like I think I think they said it was 65 or something like that. And the winds were blowing at 14 miles an hour. I wasn't digging that, but whatever. Hopefully we'll get back to what we need to get back to, right? Oh my goodness. So what have you been up to? Anything fun? Are you going anywhere for the holidays? All right. We're going to start in a couple of minutes. I see several people coming on board. And it is, I'm sure it's Linda Carver's on there. It got to be cold where she is. She's out, where are you, in the Midwest, right? I think. Yeah, I've got to, I had I had 2 orders for 40 cards, well, there was a total of 40 cards. So that took up uh, pretty much the weekend, Sunday, Monday. I had some left over from when I did the craft show and stuff. But anyway, it it took that kind of threw my schedule off. I'm not complaining, but I just finished today. I've got that done. I've got some other things done that I needed to get done. I've got birthday cards. I haven't done my holiday cards. That's tomorrow after I clean my craft room. It looks like a tornado has come through. And I have got to get the stuff put away because now it's about to drive me crazy. So, all right. Welcome, everyone. Just for those that are here, we'll get started here in a few minutes. I'm not showing my face, and I know it's kind of vain, but I did not put makeup on today. And so I thought I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to show you my face. But if I could get well, I can't show you now the dog. The dog's laying on the bed, and she was laying in her normal position, which is on her back, her belly wide open, legs and everything. I swear she's not very ladylike at times. Anyways, I'm gonna put these cards here so y'all can see that. All right, we're gonna get started here in a few minutes. Yeah, Linda, what is your weather? We're warmer today. It's the wind and possible rain. Oh yeah, well, we need rain here in Florida. We're in a dry spell, so we're not getting any of that. Karen can vouch for that, right? All right, let's see. All right, why is my thing not saying I'm on? There we go. We're recording. I guess I'm recording. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so Facebook, we're live on Facebook. That's a good thing. Hallelujah for that. But I don't know where I am on that. It says I'm live, but I don't see my picture. Why is it not? There we go. There we go. There we go. Took a few minutes. All right, we're going to start in about three to 4 minutes. Belly up because it is totally trust. Oh, is that what it means? I tell you what, she's now starting to find her voice. Not that she doesn't bark. We're trying to break her of that. Not that she's doing it bad, but she, she's been given more kisses, and, like, she'll lay on the bed, and when you rubbing her, she'll start talking to you, like how dogs do the moaning and stuff like that. It's the cutest daggone thing. I was so excited. I said, Chuck goes, "Do you hear that dog is talking?" I said, "Yeah, man, she's gonna talk." So, anyway, but let me turn this down because I don't want y'all to hear that. All right, so, we'll get started here. It is, what is it? It's 7 o'clock. So let's give it another minute or two, and then we're gonna get started. I don't think this is gonna take an hour. We are going to do it may, by the time I put everything together, it might take an hour, but we might get done early enough, so. But thank you all for watching. Um, for those that are joining in this evening, thank you very much. I know that everybody is having cold weather and some places snow. I know in Williamsburg, Virginia, it snowed the last 2 days. I think they got like 5 inches of snow, 4 or 5 inches. It's pretty wild. I was shocked. So I'm glad it's not snowing down here, but we definitely need some rain. So anyway, all right, we'll just give it another minute or so and let the late shower uppers come on in. In the meantime, let me go ahead and introduce myself and give you some updates. I'm Dawn Duvall. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I've been doing this almost 15 years, and I live in Fort Myers, Florida. So if you are in the local area and you're not working with a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. And if you're watching online, either on Facebook or YouTube, welcome. And again, if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. I have sent catalogs out for January. The January-April catalogs went out Saturday. A couple went out today. If you received them, if you received the holiday catalog from me, you'll be getting the next one, the January through April. So don't worry about that. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, just leave a comment catalog for me or message me so I will know. Also, I'm doing my paper and ribbon shares again. So there are 5 new ribbons and I want to say 11 new papers. I'm not using any, I did not include any of the online exclusive papers. I just did what's in the catalog. So that I sent out. I don't know if I sent that out yet. If it's going out tomorrow. Hey, Judy. Anyway, so the paper ribbon fairs, I think I put that in my newsletter. So if you're not on my newsletter, I will post it on Facebook tomorrow. If I didn't already, I'll have to check. But I am going to leave that open until the end of the month. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Because then I can order June 5th when the catalog goes live and get everything in, get it cut. And my plan is to try to get everything to you guys by the 15th of the month. So, all right. So what else is going on? Oh, you just got yours. Well, that's fast. Well, it cost me $3 this time to mail them out, and that was everybody all across the state. So I guess because it was a light catalog, but I'm glad you got it. So again, if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, just leave me a comment, message me, or whatever works for you is fine. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll put one in the mail to you. Make sure I have your mailing address if I don't. And so let's see, the ribbon and paper share we'll start advertising that. I'll probably put it out tomorrow if it's not already. I don't think it is. And then we have free shipping tomorrow, starting tomorrow through the 12th. So we've got 10, 11, 12. We got 3 days of free shipping when you place an order of $75 or more, which would then entitle you to purchase the $5 product of the month for December if you not have already purchased that. It's only one per customer. So just keep that in mind. So the other thing is paper pumpkin kits and refills will be on sale up to 50% off. So if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I would highly encourage you to at least sign up and try it. You can do month by month, but we also, I think today's the last day for the subscription, where if you sign up today, I think it's today, maybe it's, yeah, today's the night. The subscriptions are reduced. So you can do a 3-month, 6-month, and a 12-month paper pumpkin subscription, or you can just do month to month, and you can cancel anytime you choose to do so. They provide everything that's needed to make cards, the adhesive, the glue, the embellishments, all of the cardstock, all of the whatever else is needed, the twine, the thread, whatever. It comes with a block that you would continue to use. You also get a stamp set. So you can do that, and when you get done, you don't have a lot of stuff left over other than the stamp and a little ink spot is what we call it. So keep that in mind. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, then tomorrow take a look at what is on sale, and I would highly encourage you to take advantage of that. They could make great gifts for Christmas or stocking stuffers. So, all right, let's get started. Now, today we are going to do we're going to work with a one sheet wonder, which is a one sheet wonder, but it's a 6x6 piece of paper, and it's going to be very easy of how we're cutting it. Now, I use the Traditions of Christmas. There's a one sheet in there that has 6 different little squares, and that's what I did with this. Is I cut those out. So if you have those papers and you're not sure what to do with them, this is a great way to use up. To make cards out of those they're like 2x3 squares. So that's what I did with this one, and then I'll show you the paper that we're going to work on. So these are again, it's the Traditions of Christmas. It's the small sheet. Oh, you know what? I might be wrong. Don't hold me to that. It's the 6x6 paper that has these 6 various holiday pictures on it. So it's a 6x6 paper. I am sorry, I should have brought the paper in here. Anyways, so I cut them out based on the lines. They're about 2x3 inches. And then I just took and used 3 different colors cardstock. I did sea foam. I also did real red, and then I did garden green. And then I cut backings other than this one. I didn't put a backing on this one or a mat. So, and then I took another piece of 4x5 1/4, and since these are Christmas cards, I used a retired snowflake thing, and you can see the snowflake. So that kind of gives it some texture. So again, the insides are left blank because I haven't even put my white cards in there. But this is just a great way that you can use those sheets to make some really nice looking cards. So here's another one. Now the mat is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I just stamped some sentiments that I had with some various stamp sets. Obviously, most of mine are retired. The ones that have the ones that I like as far as the sentiment. So this is real red. All of these are 8.5 by 5.5. Scored it 4, and then I cut a 4x5.5 piece of paper, and all of them are run through that snowflake paper. So you can see that it's real red. It kind of looks like Poppy Parade, but it's not. So there's another one. And then here's one. Now that is the paper that has the sticker sheet. So this is on garden green. So I put this one on a piece of red, real red, and then I added this little sticker. I couldn't find any bows. I could have tied, and I had some cherry cobbler, but I didn't really have any red to tie a bow, so I left it blank, and then I found this little sentiment, so I just glued that to the bottom of the corner. So there's that one. And then this one is the tree, and I took a couple of the little packages that's on the sticker sheet that pops out, and then I cut a star out of the gold glitter paper, and I used the retired Wicked hat because it's got 3 stars. So I cut those out, and that's how I made that one. So I thought these turned out really well, and it's not a lot of work. And somewhere I had this little sentiment stuck in one of my little puppy holes I keep extra stuff in. So this is the stocking one. I put that on a piece of garden green, and then this is on seafoam, and I just glued the sentiment down flat. So again, you can see quick and easy cards that you can knock out. So if you're still making your Christmas cards and you have this sheet of paper, then you might want to consider using it. And then this one again is the candy canes. This one in the picture has the green bow. And then I just placed this sentiment that I stamped, and I put this out with, which I think we're going to use tonight, the 3 banner punch. I think it's still current. If it's not, I think it is. I need to check that more often. So there are 6 cards that I did using those papers in that 6 by 6 square, sheet of paper. So keep that in mind. If you have that paper, this is a great way you can make some quick cards. All right? So that's what I did, and that's what we're gonna do tonight, but we're not gonna use Christmas cards. We are gonna work with the Aurora lights. I have this paper and I have yet to use it, and I thought, what a great way to use this paper. And I thought it's got beautiful colors. So I chose the one that has got azure blue, azure afternoon azure. Is that how you say it? Um, petunia pop. It's got berry burst. It has uh, Lost Lagoon, balmy blue. I said berry burst and sea. What's the sea one? Sea. The dark one. Anyways, the one that looks almost black. Uh, Anyways, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna cut this in 6 pieces. And within, I've already got stuff already pre-cut, so we're just gonna put it together. Okay. So this is the 6 by 6 Aurora light. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn it on its side because I'm going to cut this in half. I want it to go this way because I want to try to get the colors here and here so that it coordinates with the paper that I'm going to work with. So I'm going to cut this since it's 6 inches. I'm going to cut it in half, and we're going to do it at 3 inches. So I'm going to cut this at 3. Let me get my tape trimmer in there. All right. So we're going to cut that at 3, and then I'm going to stack these on top of each other, and we're going to cut these down to 2 inches. So that's going to give us 6 2-inch by 3 pieces. Okay. So we're going to cut 2 inches. This is going to be really easy. So if you've got 6 by 6 paper laying around and you don't know what to do with it, this might be a good way to do that. We're going to cut this at 2, and then you can start making some cards. And that's what I'm going to do. So now we have 6 2 by 3 inch pieces of designer paper. All right. So now I'm going to lay these out because I want a secret C. That's the name of it. I'll tell you what, I think I'm losing my mind. All right. I'm going to lay these out because I want to get my colors, and then I'll show you my card stock of what I chose. Okay. So we have these colors that we're going to work with. All right. Now we're going to use petunia pop color for cardstock, and I've embossed this this is one of the oh my gosh, one of the newer embossing folders designs, if you can see right there. And we're gonna do 2 of this color. We're gonna do 2 Lost Lagoon because I thought that's gonna look nice, and then we're gonna do 2 balmy blue. All right, so that's what we're gonna use, and then we're gonna mix and match. Okay. All right, so there's that. And then I came in and I cut I did some mats. I did 2 balmy blues, and these are 2 1/4. So they're 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So when we put them on here, you're going to see how it fits perfectly, right? So we're going to design and glue all those together. I did 1 white, and then I did 1 Lost Lagoon. And the reason I did that is this one had a little bit more green in it, so I thought that would go, which that one does too. So I thought I'd put that one on there. And then we've got another balmy blue. I'm just going through and picking where I want them to go. And then I have this one, which is the petunia pop. I'm going to put that one there. And then I have the white one, which I probably will put, oh, I think that goes good with that color, don't y'all? What do you think about that? So this one, I'm going to glue down on the white. And again, the mats are 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and this is 2 by 3. Okay. All right. Well, we better find this by. I'm telling you, it's really, really a quick way to make cards. And we're gonna make these into I've got various samples. I'm gonna do some birthday, just a note. I think I'm gonna, yeah. And then what's the other one? I've got one more. Oh, thinking of you. So I just thought we'd make a couple. All right. So that's the first thing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and glue all these down. That's why I said this is it's nice just to go back to, doing the easy stuff, right? So sometimes we just have to we always wanna do no, I shouldn't say we. Most of us crafters wanna do stuff that's really over the top, and sometimes it's nice just to go back and do simple, less is more, right? So I'm just gonna glue all these down, and then once I do that, then we'll determine what card base we wanna place them on, because we don't wanna place them on the same color, right? We wanna use up and do our different colors. So again, 2 by 3, that's like a 1 feet wonder. 2 cut it in half at 3 inches and then cut those 2 by 3, cut them by 2, and then we're gonna set all these off to the side. And I can see some of them I've gotten a little crooked, but you know what? It's okay. It's gonna be fine. And we'll, glue this one. I think this one's gonna look pretty on this paper. This is a Petunia Pop. Get that. I got my white one over here. Let me see if I can slide him over. He's a little off, but that's okay. All right, so we've got these glued down. I thought that this was a great way to make cards. I have not made as many birthday cards as I needed because of Christmas. And for the month, I was pulling out my calendar and realized I don't have enough birthday cards. So um, I've got that is on my list to get done. If not tomorrow, the next day. Well, I have the birthday cards done. Let me say that for the majority. I have a couple that are due the end of the month. And I've got, oh, I should have brought you my Hanukkah cards. I made 5 Hanukkah cards for friends. I thought they turned out really nice. So I did get that done yesterday. So Hanukkah starts on the 14th. So I will get the cards to them before then. And then hopefully I'll have all my cards done by hopefully by no later than Friday. Okay, so we've got all our pieces on here, right? So now we're gonna lay these out and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with these little guys, all right? So the first thing I'm gonna do before we do that, let me move these up just a little bit off camera, not much. We're gonna add the pieces that I cut and embossed to the same color cardstock, and then these will go on different colors. So we're not gonna place them on the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold these now. All right, let me go ahead and get all these folded. Should have done that, but that's all right. And make sure that we've got them all lined up. And I'll come back with the bone folder. I'm going to do that right now. So again, when we're getting down to the wire as far as the holidays, this is a good thing to do. If you haven't gotten all your holiday cards together, this is a great way to use up some of your pattern paper and get them done so that you can get them in the mail, right? So make sure we got that even. Yeah, so far I did good when I was scoring those little guys. All right, and then this one. All right, so this is Balmy Blue. So let me come back, and then we're going to add our pieces to these. All right, we've got that. So we're going to take our piece of Balmy Blue, that's 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to add that to the front of the Balmy Blue. And I can't remember. I need to start bringing that stuff in here with me. Oh, let me share something with you all. I don't know if I told you. Okay, so my husband is in the living room and always has the TV loud. And my craft area is in what they call the morning room, or it's a breakfast room. Okay, so I have no privacy, right? So the other day I was in there trying to concentrate, and he had the TV blaring. And so that evening, I said to him, I said, have you thought about, I said, do they have Bluetooth? I said, do they have headphones that you can get that you can hook into the TV and watch TV and don't have to listen to it? And he said, yeah, I don't mind. I said, would you mind looking into that? He goes, no, I wouldn't mind that at all. So he's ordered the headphones. He found some that were on sale, Black Friday sale. And we've got the wire coming in. We have to run a wire because we don't have a Bluetooth TV, so we've got to buy some kind of coaxial cable or something. I don't know. And we have a channel that runs up inside the wall, so the wires you don't see them on the wall itself. So we're gonna have that done. And so as we were sitting there talking, he said, "Well, you know what? If I have those headphones," he said, "you don't need to go into the bedroom and do your videos. You can just stay in your office area and you can record from there." I was like, hold it. I said, "Are you sure? Are you sure you don't mind?" Because he said it's a hassle, but I have to pack everything, move this table in here, and then bring all my stuff in here. And as you guys know, if I forget something, you see me get up and run out of here to go get whatever it is I forgot, right? So I said, "No." I said, "I would love that." Oh, I'm excited. I told him that's gonna be his Christmas, birthday, whatever. Oh, there's gonna be all his gifts for him. So I'm excited. I hope it works out, and that way maybe I won't have to move, from my little cooking morning room area. We'll see. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, you guys. Anyway, all right, so we're getting down. This is the senior pop. I like this color. This is one of the colors that's gonna be retiring this next year. So, if you like these end colors from 2 years ago, you might want to start getting them now before they sell out. That way, and get your ink refills and all that, because those are the ones that go fast. So you want to keep those. But I really like this color. And I've used it before, but sometimes you forget, and then you all of a sudden go, "Oh, it's retired. I love that paper." So okay, so we have our cards on here. We've got all our pieces, right? Okay, so now the decision comes: how are we going to place these? All right, so let's start with the Petunia Pop. Okay, so we have this one. I'm not going to use the same color because I don't want to do that. So we're going to put this one right here. I think that will be fine. I'm going to do one at a time, and then that way we can at least get this. We don't want that one. Let me think about that. Oh, Lordy. Do I want to put the white there? Yeah, let's do white on here, and then I'm gonna come back and glue these down. So right now, I'm just gonna go through and we're gonna figure out which ones that we want, right? So of course, I'm gonna put a top on this one, the pink. I think that's gonna look pretty. Actually, hang on a minute, let's see. That might look better on here. What do y'all think? No, I think that looks better on the blue. All right, and then this one, we have the Lost Lagoon. Whatever, I bet you that. Let's see what that looks like on the Petunia Pop. I think that looks pretty. What do y'all think? Happy news on arrangement TV. Oh, I know. I hope so. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Won't have to worry about me messing stuff up. Okay. So I think we're gonna have to do. It looks like it's got a little bit of green, so I think I'm gonna put that one there. And then this one it's got some blue down at the bottom, so I'm gonna go with that. And I'm not sure at this point. I'm not too keen on this one. So I like this one. I think that one looks fine, and I know I'm making more out of it than that what's there, because whoever gets the card is just gonna be thrilled, right? But I'm just debating if I should put well, I could switch. Let me see. Well, that's dumb to do that. Same thing, ditto. Okay. And we've got this. See, I don't think the green. Now, I do like the way this color goes with this, but what do you think about that? But then I've got the green back, the pink back on that one. I don't want to do that. So let's just go with this. I think that'll be fine. This is just so dark right here, but it's all right. We're going to go with this. Now I'm going to glue these down. You could pop them up on dimensionals if you want to do that, but I don't think we want to do that. We're going to do that with our sentiment, so we're just going to leave them flat. So I'm going to go ahead and, or did I pop them up? Hang on though. Let me see. Did I pop these up? Oh yeah, I did. I guess we are going to pop them up. Well, there you go. Forget that. We're going to add dimensionals to the back of these little guys. All right, here we go. We're going to pop them up, baby. And I thought it was, but Okay. So I'm going to use the edges, and because we don't want to waste, right? We don't waste our dimensionals. Okay. So let's go ahead and start popping these suckers on here. But again, don't you like how this is going to look? I'm going to put that right there. And I know I'm out of camera. Right here. Let me do these right here. All right, so let's flip these over. And I think, I think we worry sometimes about what we think, the card has to look like. Because remember, when somebody gets this card, they have no idea what we were trying to create here. They just look at it and go, "Oh my God, that's so beautiful." It's simple but beautiful, right? So let's put all our glue adhesives down, and then we'll come back and peel them off. Um, so I think we put a little bit more on ourselves than our customers or our family and friends, whoever we send our cards to. They're very appreciative of us making cards and sending them to them, right? So we need to be mindful of that and just keep that in, just remember that because we do this and most people don't. So to get a handmade card, they're ecstatic when they get it, and we think, "Oh my god, we've got so many errors and boo-boos," and they don't even see that stuff because we put more pressure on ourselves, um, making cards that we send out, don't you think? I do. Alright, and then we've got this one here. We'll add some I'm putting 4 in, so I'm not gonna put one in the middle. Sometimes I do, but I think it's fine. They're small enough that I don't think there's gonna be enough weight that is going to, weigh it down. So we'll go ahead and put that over here and put one there and put one there. Okay. So now we will, let me move this out of the way. Let me get the trash can so I can put my little tabs on. All right. So we're going to tear this off and then we'll stamp our sentiments and those we should be able. So I'm just going to place this right in the center of the card. Okay. Just like that. All right. So we're just going to go one by one. And, think about, because I'm sitting here talking, but just think about you can knock this out and say, by the time you cut all your paper and score it, you might as well say about an hour, right? So maybe an hour, but, if it takes an hour to make 6 cards, that's pretty good, don't you think? So, yes, I will keep y'all posted on the headphones. I'm so excited about that. I was like, oh my God, I won't have to pack up roll the table in here, unroll the table up, hook up these lights. I'll just be so daggone happy. Then I can't complain about anything. All right, so we're gonna put this one. I think I'm gonna put that down. Oh, I like that. I like that look right there. All right, I'm gonna lay that right about there. All right, and then we're moving over to this one. And then I've got like cut circles and squares and things that thinking I'm going to use them for something, and then I change my mind because I don't like it. So I have some of those that we're going to use for our sentiments, or at least attempt to. And if not, we'll just cut them down. But I did bring that banner punch because I thought if we have some smaller words that are uh, we can punch them, then we're going to punch them out. It's cute. I love this. It's just I love this paper, and I'm so glad that I waited until December to use it. And I don't remember if it's in the annual catalog. Who knows? Is that Aurora Light paper? Is that in the online exclusive? I need to check that because I'm not sure. All right, so there's our 6 cards so far, right? All right, so now we got to do our sentiment. So we're going to come over. We're going to put them on basic white. Now, I do have a bunch of circles in here, so we're going to see what we can do. So let's start with, let's see, I'm going to start with the balmy blue, because I have 2 here. So I'm going to use the same color paint. And I think I've got just a note. So I think I'm going to do that. Now, my question is, should I do the ink? This one looks like it's a little off. Should I do the ink in the cardstock color? I think let's see what it looks like. I think that would be fine. All right, so this is I'm using the Simply Said. This is a current stamp set. It's got 10 sentiments in there. Let's celebrate. Yay, thank you, thinking of you, miss you, hello, just a note, thanks, birthday wishes, and happy birthday. So that's really a great all around stamp set. All right, so let's stamp. And I got these circles here, so we may end up cutting those down because those are too big. So I'm going to stamp just a note. Now, I did not bring any twine, which I probably should have just to dress it up. I did not do that. And this one I think is driving me a little crazy. Hang on, let me see if I can lift him up. I think I might be able to. Sometimes when it's on something that's been embossed, you can move it a little bit. Yeah. Let's see if we can move him. Good. I didn't think he was straight. There we go. All right. So I think I'm going to put that right there, maybe off to the side, because I don't want to cover up all of that. I don't want to cover up all of that color. So I think we'll leave that one like that. And then let's do, I know there's a birthday wish one. So let's do a birthday wish. Wishing your birthday. Let me get that on here. And let's do, see, the circles kind of are taken up. Let's see. Do we want to do this one? Let's do that one. And birthday wishes. Now I will come back because I didn't bring any embellishments. So I'm going to put some embellishments on after we get done with this. All right, so those two that I've used on the Balmy Blue. Now let's move on to the Petunia Pop. And I think what I'm going to do is I think let's punch out these things, and that's what we're going to stamp. I'm going to stamp them after I punch them. I've got these circles here. So I'm going to click this circle and see if we can get them all done. Look at that. I can get 3 banners. See that? 3 banners out of here. So let's see how well I can cut. I got these cuts. Let's see if we can get a birthday sentiment to sit on here. Let's see. What is this? This says thinking of you. That's not going to work. All right. We have a birthday here. So this one says happy birthday. So we're going to ink up half of it. Now this one, we might not be able to do that. Oh, you know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. All right. I'm going to say it was correct. All right. So we're going to put, I'm going to do happy. And I'm just lightly, if you can see, I'm just lightly, well, that's one thing about the photopolymers, you can actually see through to ink up what you need. All right, I am going to stamp happy right here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to clean this. And if I need to, we can redo. Okay, so I'm going to clean this off, and I'm using my sanding. And then I'm going to ink up the birthday side of it and see if and I'm going to link it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide that right there, and I'm going to glue this. I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment over top, and then this hopefully will be hidden, and then it's going to be long enough to take on my birthday. Oopsie, so this is just another kind of a trick you could do. And then I'll pop it up on dimensionals. And, you know, if you have some twine, you can wrap some twine around. So I'm going to take the birthday. My block needs to be clean. All right, so I'm inking up just the word birthday, right? And then I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to stamp this right. Let me get into camera. Hang on. Sorry about that. I got glue on the table. I cleaned the glue off, and it's still gluey. All right, so we're going to do happy birthday. Now look at that. Now, of course, it's a little crooked. But see how we could do that? Or I could just put it on 2 banners. So, which I think I'll probably do. So I could do happy and then put the birthday behind down below it. So let's just do it that way. That will be the easiest way. So I'm going to come back, and I'm going to stamp the happy birthday. I have a piece of cardstock. Here it is. Oh, hang on a minute. I got to get my hands on it. Okay. So we're going to stamp the happy birthday. I'm going to cut it apart. And let's see if we can get it in. Let's see if we can get it in the long one. Okay. So we're going to put this in here, and let's see if it's going to fit. Let's see, that doesn't fit. So we're going to come in, And I'm going to flip this over. We're going to stamp the happy. And then we're going to line that up on a piece of white cardstock so that we can stamp it, right? So let's go over here. Let's do this side. And I'm going to make sure I've got this cleaned off. And this is the part, it really shouldn't take that long for us to do the sentiments, but I thought it would be fun to try. Now this might, but that's okay, because we're going to get the happy. All right, so we got happy. So we're going to do that right here, and hopefully we don't get any ink on our paper. That is not working. So we are going to use this one, and we're going to put it on there. We're going to cut it. We're not going to use this trimmer on that one. Let's put that over there. So we'll just use the cut. We'll just go like this. So we're just going to cut this down, and we can cut this in half. Look, I have a blade in here, and I got to go through twice because sometimes it's not cutting all the way. All right, so let me put this in here, and we're going to trim this word down. And I think we're going to cut it in half because it is rather long. There we go. And then we can place again. Actually, I'm going to cut it with my paper snip, so it'll be a lot easier. So let's get this out of the way. So again, as you can see, it's fairly easy. I'm just going to trim this right here, and I'm going to trim this in the center. And you could angle cut it if you want to. And then we'll trim this one down. All right. And then we're going to we'll keep this one because we could probably use this for something. All right. So let's just take, and we'll just put happy birthday. And we're going to pop these up on dimensional. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll knock these out. I don't want to keep you all here all night. And we'll put some dimensional little baby ones on here. And then we'll get the sentiments done, and then you can see the finished card. So, but again, it's just another way that you can use up that 6x6 paper. And of course, trying to pull the backings off. I have an appointment tomorrow to go to get my nails done. I'm going to do the birthday kind of off the side a little bit. I'm going to put another dimensional right there to go underneath. I'm going to put two little ones because it needs to come up a little bit higher. And then I'm going to put the happy right here. So we're going to move that over like that. And then I'm going to take one more little dimensional because this is a little bit higher. So I'm going to take the dimensional and I'm just going to lay it. Where did it go? Oh, it's on my thumb. Okay, so we got him on there. I'm just going to stick it right here where the other one is, and then that should bring it up to the right height. There we go. All right, so there's that one. This one we'll go ahead and add our dimensionals to as well. We'll get these done. And I normally, on these small types of circles, I usually just put 3. Now, probably should have brought some twine in here. I wasn't thinking of that. I was so excited just to be able to do these fun cards. So we'll just put that like that. All right. And, I can come back and add some twine. I can either tie some bows or I can kind of loop it around. And I'll add some embellishments because I didn't bring those either. Let's see. Let's put that right in the center here. That way, because it shows our blue. And then this one, this is just a note. So we're just going to throw that one on here. And again, I'm going to put some embellishments. I didn't even think about it. And I'm going to put, probably pull in some of that Petunia Pop color. All right, so there's 3 right there that we've got sentiments on. So we've got these 3 that we need to do. So again, we can stamp and cut something, or we can make them into birthday cards, or I'm thinking of you, and we'll cut that one. Let me get my paper. We'll do Thinking of You, and we're going to do that one. We'll do that one in Lost Lagoon. I use washi tape on stamps that I want to split greetings, remove tape. Oh, great idea. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, 'cause you that way you cover it up and you don't have to worry about, getting the ink, right? Good good thinking, Linda. Alright, so this one is I'm just gonna cut this one out. Again, we're gonna whoops, I think that's me. I don't think that's supposed to go like that. So let's do this again. I think sometimes I get too squishy with my fingers. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna cut this, bring in the paper trimmer. I'm gonna put that over there because I don't want to get ink all over my brand new pretty little card. So, all right, so we're gonna cut. Let me do it this way so I can see. And this is the one that we're gonna do, but I'm gonna cut the whole thing. And I think we're gonna put it right about there. We'll cut that, and then we're gonna cut down on this one. And actually, because I can use that piece for something else. I'm gonna trim this down. No, we don't have enough. I was gonna make a tail. I don't think we have enough room on this to do a tail. So I think we'll just leave it as is. If I cut it a little bit longer, we could have put a tail on it, but that's okay. All right, put that there. We're going to add some dimensionals to this. And this, we're just going to put 2 on that one. And what I'll do is, I will post the pictures of the cards tomorrow after I put the embellishments and get them all decorated, make them look pretty. I'm going to put it over here where it kind of takes up that black space so that you can kind of see the blue and that ties in with the green. So I think I'm going to do it like that. And I think I'm going to center it right here. And that way we can still see the blue and the green pulling it together. All right, and then we have one more. And this one, oh, I'm sorry, we have 2 more. Pardon me. We have 2 more. So let's do, you don't have enough birthdays, right? So let's do, well, my best wishes. I'd like to do that in a circle, but I don't think I have any. I don't have any smaller circles. So I like the circle though, but I didn't bring the circle pad. All right, so let's just do birthday. We'll just do this one and cut it out again. I kind of like that one. So let's do. Let's see. We don't want. Yeah, we do. So we'll do a happy birthday in Lost Lagoon, since we have to do that one. So let's do that. We'll be done here in just a few minutes. I hope I clean this. All right, let me clean that color off. Oh, okay, sorry. Things are jiggling. I'm jiggling the table. All right, so done. We've done with Lost Lagoon. So let's close that one. And then this one, I guess we'll do the Continue Pop. Might as well, right? I was thinking the green, but that's right. I'm gonna put this one down here. Be easier. Oh, my fingernails in the way. Here. I'll just do it down here. Because we're gonna cut them anyways. And we'll split them. I kind of like the way that looks. All right. So let me close this up. We'll be done here in just a minute. And then I'll decorate these guys up a little bit better. And then that way, I'll post them on the Facebook page tomorrow, and you can go in and see how much better they're going to look once we decorate them up. All right, so I'm going to cut out my sentiment, the happy birthday. I'm going to move it down a little bit. I can't see much. Okay, perfect. And then this one, I'm going to cut a little bit off the top. Okay, want to get straight. And then I'm going to turn this around and get it lined up. And then we're going to cut this in half. There we go. Now that one, of course, did I cut it straight? No, I did not. Okay, let's try this again. I wasn't paying attention when I lined it up. Let me get this over here just right there. There we go. That's exactly what we need to do. There. I think that's much better. All right. So we are, you know what we could do? We could cut a tail in this by using that punch. But let's go ahead. I'm going to cut this at an angle between the B and the Y of happy. And this one I'm going to cut, I'm just going to cut this one down straight. And then this one I'll do the same thing. I'm going to cut it down straight, but we have a little angle going on there. All right, so we'll put some dimensionals on the back of this. So let's get those on here. Oh, got a piece of paper on there. All right. Hold on. We're getting there. But see how easy it is? So just keep this in mind when you're working with your 6x6 paper, or even your 12x12 papers. You know, you can cut them down into 6x6, and then you can do the same thing and make your cards, and you can make them pretty quickly. All right, so this one is going to go on this one. So we'll put happy, let's put the happy over here. No, let's don't do that. Let's do it right here. Let's do that. Let's put happy here in the center, and then we'll add the birthday. Hopefully it's, I need to adjust that because it's a little crooked. Can't have a crooked birthday card. And then I have an online class that I'm going to be offering here in January. I'm going to start running it where we're going to use the address stamp addressed to you. So be prepared to see that. All right, so I'm going to put this. I don't like the way I did that. So I'm going to cut this straight because that doesn't look right. So I'm going to put happy birthday here, and I think I'm going to take this one up and do the same. I don't like the way it's angled. So we're just going to cut it. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then again, I'm going to add some more bling and everything. So there's that one. And then this one, this is our last one. So we're going to pull in the paper trimmer again. I should have done these both at the same time, huh? All right, so let's get this cut. I think you know what's throwing me off is I stamped it a little crooked. All right, let's see how that goes. Yeah, I think it's the paper. Maybe it's me. All right, I'm gonna leave a little bit there so maybe we can make a tail. And I'm gonna cut this straight up here. All right, so let's make a tail. We probably could put him through. I'm just gonna cut my tail. All right, so I'm making a tail. I cut up the center and then go corner to that top of the line, and then I've made my tail. And this one, we're just gonna leave it the way it is. All right, so this, we'll add our dimensionals to, and then we'll be done. And I'll show you the cards. Now they're plain Jane, so you'll have to come back again. Like I said, I'll post them. That thing looks crooked. I think it's maybe it's me. I think it is, or it's the might be the waves in the picture the way it shows. This is, I think this is the one I moved before, didn't I? Let me see if we move this one. There we go. Okay, I think that looks better. All right, let's get the 3 dimensionals on here, and we'll get this card finished up. 1, 2, 3. I'll probably add some twine. Try to interdisperse it between if I can get some twine on there without it looking funny. If nothing else, I will add some bling bling. Got to have our bling bling, so we'll do that. All right, pull these off. And of course, I'll do the inside, and I'll probably take another sheet of paper and cut some do the inside of the card. So let's do. We're going to do this on this side, just something different, and we'll put the happy right there. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, let me show you the cards real quick. Let me clean up my desk here. I don't want to throw that away. We can use him. That's a tag we can use. All right. And there's another one we can use. Okay. Bring in the cards. Here is what we did. Now, again, they look kind of plain Jane. We'll get these dressed up and I'll post them tomorrow. But you can see how quick and easy it was to make these cards. Look at that. So we have 6 cards using that pretty Aurora light paper. All right, look at that. So there's those 3. Petunia Pop, Lost Lagoon, Balmy Blue, and the same thing down at this end. And there is our card. Try to get you in the camera. We'll just kind of top them on top of each other. All right, here we go. I hope you all enjoyed. I see I am having fat fingers. There's a, yeah, thank you. Oh, you know what? I think in this DSP would make welcome. Oh, yeah, to the new year. You're right. That would be a good one. We'll have to work on that. So there you go, guys. I'm picking the cards using the Aurora Light designer paper, or keep in mind any designer paper, cut it down to 6 by 6, cut it in half at 3 inches, and then just cut 2 inches, and you're good to go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday with me. I greatly appreciate it. And I believe Saturday is our steps morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Creation anticipation. So if you're up and awake, join me, and we'll be creating a card using a sketch to help us get started if we're having problems. And sometimes we kind of get, brain blockage, right? Okay, everybody. Thanks again for watching. I greatly appreciate you spending your time with me. Again, if you don't have a catalog and you would like one, let me know. Just leave me a message me. But if you're on my list and got one this past catalog, you will get this next one. All right, everybody. Thanks again, and I hope to see you on Saturday morning at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's Creation and Anticipation Sketch Day. All right. Thanks again. Talk to y'all soon.